Lake Country is known for the quality of living, the space that we have, larger lots, room to expand and really just get out from the city. And more than that, just all the things that Lake Country living brings, right? Year round, you have opportunities to use the lake for whatever, ice fishing, boating, whatever, right? There's a lot of opportunity there. And then another big thing that we see very regularly year round is street festivals. Doesn't matter what the temperature is, this is Wisconsin. So Luminate Home Loans is a mortgage bank. That's what we do. We underwrite and fund loans ourselves in-house. And we're also working towards being fully a bank as well. Luminate, though, is a company just like everybody else, and really what makes us special is the people. We work very hard to leverage every transaction into future business, and what that means is treating every client like they deserve to be treated, really looking at this as though it's their largest transaction of their lives in many cases, and treating it like that as opposed to treating them like a number. One of the things that people ask me about are these be better, be different signs that are behind me here, and really what that is it's a mindset. Be better to us is about refining our processes. Be different is about finding a better way, and so together those two things just resonate well with us. And Jesse Cole is the inspiration for the Be Different. So the employee experience here is definitely different. We work very hard to make sure that our employees feel like that they have the flexibility to be entrepreneurial. So they build businesses within our business, brands within our brand. They have a lot of flexibility to do what they do best and be who they are the best that they can be. We also work towards making sure that everybody has fun. Lots of different events throughout the year to make sure that we have team building, but also even just the day-to-day. There's oftentimes dogs running around. Today we have Emma and Archie here, but there's really 5 to 6 office dogs, just depends on the day who's all here. Those types of things make the employee experience a lot more fun. So what's inspiring about when we get to close a loan, get a person into a house? Typically that means that they have made the goal, they have made it to the end. And oftentimes in situations like that, there's a ton of work that got to that point. Years before we even knew the client, they were working towards that goal. They call us when they think they're ready, oftentimes they are, and we help them get to that final stage. So the inspiration is just the job well done, right? The high five at the end of the transaction, the celebratory things that we do here at the branch when we close to make sure people know this is a big deal and they've achieved that goal of homeownership, the American dream, as you said. So what does homeownership do for people, the American dream of homeownership, right? There are 4 major things that really come to mind. First, it's stability. We know that when someone lives in a home that they own and their family does, the entire family is more stable, both in educational, safety, those types of things. There's also a financial benefit, and it's oftentimes generational wealth that's being built because there's equity coming in that can be handed down to the future generations. And then the community now has people that are stable, again, back to that stability piece, but really they're invested. At this point, a homeowner owns land in the community. They're much more vested in the community at that point, and therefore typically going to help that community grow and move in the right direction as well.
Luminate Mortgage was formed as a different kind of mortgage company, a very customer and employee-centric company. And this is the most customer and employee-centric company I've ever worked for.
So why is the customer experience important at Luminate? It's important because that's really all that matters. If we don't have a great client experience, we're nothing. I mean, you can go anywhere and get a mortgage today. I have a million competitors, probably more than that, right? And so for us, the client experience is what we focus on. And again, it goes back to treating it like the largest transaction of a person's life. It deserves a level of attention that's above average by far. Your question was, why do we follow the Simon Sinek why, and why is that important to us, and really what is my why? In our business planning, we absolutely take time to make sure that everybody understands their whys, both the staff here at the branch, as well as our strategic partners, whether that be realtors, financial planners, insurance reps, et cetera. We really work hard on that because we know it's important. So I had to do like what most people do, even like what Simon Sinek teaches. I was working from the outside in on his circle of why. Had to really figure out why we were doing it the way that we were doing. And I found that my passion is helping loan officers and other people that want to get started in this business and do it well, do that. There's so many things to learn along the way. Kind of a quick rundown. I'm confusing myself and just reading it, but the homework was this. Can't wait to see you crush it in 2022 cards. So these are simply cards like the attached, which was this one here that we sent to Katie. Those I love doing, and I really said the same thing every single time, just add a little bit of personal into it, and I love the ring of the can't wait to see what you do in 2022, like it's got the, it got the rhyme to it, right? So I did not say can't wait to see you crush it. That's not what I said. But anyway, 10 of those. Did everybody get those out? I know you gave Jeff yours this morning.
No, I actually forgot about that.
So wait, are you talking about? What are we talking about now?
All right, we're even, 50-50.
A real challenge to be successful in this business and to come alongside them shoulder to shoulder, help them learn through their mistakes, maybe see into the future what that looks like, to avoid some of them and grow faster. And the same thing with our business partners. We're all about making sure that those business partners understand their why and why they get up every day to do their job as well as they do. It just makes the day a lot easier when you know the answer to that question. The future for us is bright. There's no doubt about that. Our goal is to take our 2 branches, which are part of a larger network of branches that we have here in the Milwaukee metro area, maybe turn it into 4 or 5 branches, and ultimately be the go-to lending space for anybody in southeastern Wisconsin. I'm also actively looking to bring on branches in other metro areas as well, currently targeting the Charlotte area and the Nashville area, and really whatever opportunities present themselves through that work is how we will grow. We also want to be the partner that our business partners deserve, helping them grow their businesses, move their businesses in the right directions, and really take strategic steps to not just flutter through, but be true business people as we grow together.
Hi there. Are you Ryan?
Yes, ma'am.
Nice to meet you. I'm Holly.
Nice to meet you, Holly.
You guys were just making your own custard. So do you make the majority of the things here? Everything's homemade?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everything besides the ketchup and the mayonnaise we make in-house. Our culinary director, Joe Suarez, has personally been with me for about 6 years. He was on the team that opened Bass Bay Brewhouse in Muskego back in 2015. Dan Hammer, our executive chef, has been with us for about a year. He started over at Bass Bay as well. Heather Montez, our pastry chef, she's been with the company a little over 5 years.
So you have Bass Bay in Muskego and the Milk Can Diner in Greendale.
Yep.
And do you have any food trucks anymore? Because that's what you started with, correct?
Yeah, so it all started with a food truck. This past April, we were able to turn the food truck into brick and mortar location, Milk Can hamburgers and custard. More like a quick service version of some of the items that we feature here at the diner. Burgers, the fried and grilled chicken, sandwiches, fried goods like the French fries, cheese curds, onion rings, and custard. So basically those kind of things plucked off of what here is kind of like the full iteration of the concept.
Sure, and then this is your newest restaurant, and it's in Greendale. So what made you venture over to Greendale?
This specific opportunity was kind of brought to us through our newest partner, Rich Busalaki, who spent the majority of his life living in Greendale, over 20 years. You know, he's been on the village board, active member of the Greendale Lions Club. So kind of when he found out that Furches was considering leaving the space that they had been for over 40 years, he kind of presented us with the opportunity. I remember taking dates here back when I was in high school. You know, it's
been a landmark for sure.
Yeah, not just in the city of Greendale, but the surrounding communities as well. When we found out the opportunity was there to be able to come in this space, I mean, we were taken back and honored, really to be able to do.
I think the community would have been very sad if they didn't have something like that here. And you guys have really kept a lot of the, items here that made Furches kind of what it was. I know you were talking
Yeah,
about that, and we're going to
right.
be taking a tour around, so maybe you could point out some of those things, but decor and even some of the menu items you were talking about that you kept
yeah.
here?
So Furches, I think was mainly known for their burgers and their custard. Done in a little bit different style between the two, but I feel like we're a good fit for what they were doing here. And then I guess just trying to expand off of that a little bit more. While coming up with this concept here, and the concepts in Muskego, we really do what we can to try to get it to fit with the community and what we feel like, would be a good fit for not just the space, but overall the people that are here.
I love that. It's so community based, and I mean, it seems like the community is definitely accepting you with open arms. I know I had mentioned I had been here, and friends and family have been here, and it's busy, but it's the food is so delicious. It looks so amazing. So I'm personally, thank you guys for opening this place up. I think it's really great. So you started the business as a food truck, correct? So how long ago did you have that, and is it still operating, or now it's strictly just brick and mortar?
Yeah, so we brought the food truck to life about October of 2019, basically featuring a very similar burger to what we've had on the menu at Bass Bay Brewhouse for years. We knew that we had a great product there. We wanted to figure out a way basically to get it out to more people and share what we've created. The thought behind Milk Can was kind of born through that. Milk Can during COVID just became something I think that ended up really meaning a lot to people. Kind of gave us something to drive for, and I think gave a lot of people in the different communities something to get excited about. It was a tough time. Everybody stuck at home, and it felt for everybody that it gave an opportunity to pull the community together in such a weird time.
Right, that's so great, because you could drive around and people would get excited that, hey, they're here, they're in our neighborhood. And
right. We set up at fire department in St. Francis, and we literally had a line that was 3 blocks long. I mean, people waiting an hour just to place an order, and another 45 minutes to an hour waiting for a burger. But just everybody so patient and kind and really coming together, it felt like something super special.
I was gonna say, that must have felt so great just to see that community involvement and how you could reach people like that through food. Doesn't it always come back to that,
right.
And just life in general? You break bread with somebody, and I think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So obviously we've talked about a little bit of the history. This used to be Furches, which was around since the 1950s, and you guys have taken that over, and I think it's such a great, exciting time for you and the community. So tell us a little bit about the community. I know we talked about how, just being a member myself, I know that we were excited to have somebody coming in and reviving the building and keeping it going. What response have you gotten from them, and just what do you find your position in the community is?
Yeah, I mean, the response from the community has been great. 2 of my partners actually live in Greendale. Rich spent the majority of his life here. My partner Jared and his wife just bought a house not too far from here just a few months ago, actually. Yeah.
So you can be in here all the time.
Yeah, I mean, the school systems are great. The community is great. There's, location-wise, it's like we're tucked back, like we're in the heart of a neighborhood, a handful of neighborhoods. Beautiful park systems, and the people who respond so far has been amazing. It seems like everybody's really excited for us to be here, and we're really excited to serve them. On any given day, the people that you see in the place is ranged anywhere from families with their kids to retirees enjoying a cup of coffee, reading the newspaper, businessmen hosting meetings. It's.
And one other thing that I know about, speaking of community, I do know that you guys also have these placemats, which I know because my business was featured on it, but this is how they were with the community. You reached out and you said, hey, we're having a new, we're opening our new business. We want to have these placemats. and make it really about the community. So if you wanted to put your advertisement or something, they were allowing people to do that.
Absolutely.
Like that.
You know,
So-
we love what the village is doing here, and we feel like, you know, it's all based off of each other's success, right? Like we're here with the hopes that, you know, we'll want to attract more people to the community, give more people reasons to want to come down and participate in a lot of the businesses.
So Ryan, can you tell me about the remodel that you guys did when you started
Yeah.
taking over this place?
Yeah, so when we came in, the space was more like two separate spaces.
Okay.
Furches added on the portion that we're in currently about 8 years ago.
Which looks really great because you have the floor coloring and then with the wood, and you know, I'm a realtor, right? So
Yeah.
you gotta look for
Yeah.
the things and for the design. It looks really great. So here we have a full bar, which
Yep.
is one thing that
Yeah.
you do have.
Full bar selection, 6 beers on tap, some boozy shakes. Yeah, the goal here, you know, is to be a part of our neighbors' lives daily.